Hello everyone, let us see how to create dual lighting in Photoshop in simple and easy steps. So let us start. Let us select this person using object selection tool. So activate the object selection tool and here we will click on select subject. So the subject is selected and we can fine tune the selection or leave it like this. Then what we will do is we will simply hit Ctrl Shift I, that is to inverse the selection, and simply hit delete. Right. Then we will crop the image. Simply select the marquee tool, rectangular marquee tool, and we will crop the image till here. Simply go to image and crop. That's it. So now what we will do is we are going to start the procedure of dual lighting. First what we will do, we will create a background behind this person. So simply hold Ctrl and click on the plus symbol at the bottom of the layers panel so that a layer is created exactly below the person's layer, and we will give it a pure black color. Select pure black as the foreground color and just fill the background with black color. We can use the shortcut Alt and Backspace. Right. Now the next step is we will apply a curves adjustment above the person's layer. So simply at the bottom of the layers panel select curves and we will reduce the lighting and we will target only the person. So simply click this button so that it will target only the person's layer. So and we'll create a point over this curve and drag it so that the image appears a little bit dark. We will create a gradient map adjustment layer above the person's layer. So just at the bottom of the layers panel we will select the gradient map and we will make this gradient map layer into a clipping mask so that it will affect only the person's layer, means the layer exactly below it. So we can click on this button and then we'll just click over here so that gradient editor dialog will appear. So in the gradient editor dialog we can see two sliders. One slider targets the shadows, another slider targets the highlights, the bright areas of the image. So what we'll do is we'll simply click on this white slider, double click on it, and then we will apply a pure green color. So something like this. Right. Then what we'll do is we will simply invert the thumbnail. So means we will be using brushes to enhance the dual lighting effect. So for the time being we'll invert the layer mask thumbnail. So simply hit Ctrl I. Again we will select the person's layer and then we will apply a gradient map above the person's layer, means second gradient map. So for the second gradient map, this time we will use red color. pure red. So the red is targeting the bright areas of the image. Right. And again we will invert the mask thumbnail for the gradient map. Simply hit Ctrl I. That's it. So for the top gradient map layer, we will use a blending mode. The blending mode is hard light. So we will select hard light and then we will start painting on the left side of the image. So we will select a brush, we will select a soft rounded brush and make sure that the flow value is not too big. We'll keep the flow value around let us say 25 is okay. And we'll start painting. So I have created a dual lighting effect on the left side of the person. And we'll select the another gradient map layer and then make sure that the foreground color is white, because white will show and black will hide. That is the concept of mask. So we'll again start painting on the left side. So just keep painting. So I am not using any blend mode, but we will use it shortly. Right. So we will use a blend mode, that is color. So I have used color for the bottom gradient map layer, and for the top gradient map layer I have used hard light. We can use a combination of other blend modes also. We can select overlay, we can select even vivid light, and we can check the combinations, right? So to make it more interesting, what we can do is I will create a layer below this person's layer and then I will use a brush. I will use a powder brush. The powder brush I have downloaded from brusheasy.com. So here is a powder brush. So what I will do is I will simply increase the flow and we'll make some interesting things. So behind this person I will just create some colors. So something like this. Different colors we are going to create. So I will give you the link of this brush in the description. So you can download this brush. So after painting the colors, what we can do is we will simply apply a hide all mask to this colors layer. So hold Alt and click on the mask icon at the bottom of the layers panel. And then we will use the same brush and make sure that the foreground color is white, and we will also increase the flow amount. The flow amount is 100%, and now we will just paint something like this. Don't paint completely. So just we will finish off painting, right? So now what we'll do is we'll create a curves adjustment layer above this paint layer. So simply select the curves adjustment layer and we'll make this paint layer a little bit dark. Just create a point and then just reduce the brightness. Something like this. Now it's more interesting. Right. So now we can save this. Simply go to File, Save As, and we can select the JPEG, and then we can say dual lighting. Final. So this is a quick and easy tutorial about dual lighting. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do subscribe, like, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.